everybody. I just thought I would share my plant starts that I started with you the other day, or I guess the other week, and show you how those are growing and take you out and show you all of my garden spaces. Obviously it's not a garden tour because there's not really a whole lot growing right now, but there are a few things, and I just kind of wanted to show you the progress that we've made on our moving our raised garden beds and my in-ground garden that I have over here by the chicken coop. These are the ones that we started on video the other day. You can see the catnip coming up. The spearmint is so tiny. I don't know if you can see it. There's a few of them coming up. And then the nasturtiums are just so cool looking. They're very neat. I think I only have, this one's trying to come up right here. And I think I only have one that isn't gonna come up. So, and then 2 cucamelons came up. And so I actually planted another 2, because I think I want 4 plants, even though I have no idea if we like them or not because we haven't tried them. But these, I should have probably put 2 in each one, and just to, you know, make sure that I had enough. And I know that for next time. So I actually planted some more flowers in these little tomato containers. I put a bunch of seeds in there, see what comes up out of those. And then I have up potted a whole lot of my things. I need to go get some more soil today, but to up pot the rest of these tomatoes, and my peppers are almost ready, but I did up pot a lot of my tomatoes the other day and some of my flowers, and just plain the cheapest cups I could find, and I poked some holes on the bottom of them, and I just have to water them on the top now. And then all my peppers are down here. Some of them were up top too, but they're not quite ready. You don't really want to up pot until you start seeing this, which is the second leaves coming in. So this could actually be up potted in this can, but I'm gonna wait until they're all actually ready, and the peppers can go out in about a month or 2, and all of my tomatoes and other things should be able to go out in about a month from now, a couple of weeks to about a month. I think that we can put things in the ground around Mother's Day. Usually I do at the 1st of May, if it doesn't look like we're gonna get any frost. And so now I will take you out where my chickens are and show you all of my gardens. My chickens are being so quiet. Usually they're loud. Here they are. Crazy things. What are y'all doing, girls? And here is my above ground garden. Oh, my rooster's gonna crow. This is Chester. Chester, are you gonna crow for everybody? You're fine, Chester. You're fine. So this is my in-ground garden back here, and I do have a fence around it, and this is something new, having a fence, because this is my 3rd year gardening. My 1st year I didn't have any problems. My 2nd year, which is last year, something came and ate up all of my stuff. Like my tomatoes right before they were ripe. Like the day before I was gonna pick them, I would go out and it would just have bites of things eaten up. I believe we had either a deer or a groundhog. I'm starting to think it may have been a groundhog. So about a week ago, here, I'll turn this around. About a week ago, this is my carrots, and I'll get to that in just a minute. These last 2 beds, we've got to get all this stuff cleaned up, but these last 2 beds, I had planted cabbage and Brussels sprouts right there, and then half of this bed I had planted some broccoli, and this is potatoes. So I planted potatoes here, and everything was looking good. You can actually see a plant there. You could see a plant right there, and I think there's a couple more, but they're hard to see. And my son, I went out yesterday with some friends, and my son was home. Thank you, Chester. And when I got home, he told me he saw a gopher or a groundhog back here in my garden. Okay, that's enough. Go on. Go on. That's enough. Everybody's fine. But he saw a groundhog back here in my garden eating all of my plant starts that I just put out last week. So I was really mad, and I went in the house and I replanted seeds for all of the things. So I probably could have put seeds in the ground, but I went and started new plant starts, and I'll put them back out. And I have now bought some staples, like fence staples to put down in the ground so that nothing can get under my fence. And I've already put a few in, but I ran outside to buy some more. And so things like this do happen. As gardeners, we have to be patient and know that sometimes we're gonna fail, and that's okay. So as you can see the board here, this is carrots. I planted 2 different varieties of carrots, just some regular carrots, and then atomic red carrots are underneath here. So what I did is I ran my finger across the dirt, planted my carrot seeds, not very deep, covered them up, and then I've laid a board across to wait for them to germinate. So I've come out here and checked it every day, and it takes about 7 days. And once I start to see some germination, I'll take the board off. And that's a very good way to get your carrots started. Carrots are very hard to grow, and I probably will have to come in and thin them out. I planted them pretty densely through here just to make sure I have really good germination. Chester's really talking to us today. He doesn't want me out here. Over here, I bought some more seeds. I bought some different things we've never tried before, but I'm going to grow some more lettuces. I'm going to plant some beets. I'm actually going to try some radishes. I'll have to go and look on my shopping list and see what else I got. But of course, in my gardener, I bought some more things from him. His, like I says, prices on his seeds, you can't beat them. But I have like a row and a half left where I can plant some more things. And then I have my strawberries planted in these 2 rows. There's my cat and an old bed that we need to get out of here. But you could see these 2 rows are my strawberries, and I transplanted them like a month ago out of my front yard raised garden beds, and they are doing great back here. I'm not having any problems with them at all, and thankfully the groundhog did not get a hold of them. So I will come back and close this fence back. And then my other gardens are here, and we're almost done filling all of these beds and getting this area taken care of. And I bought some solar lights to put all the way around the fence on this garden. And so this is my front yard or side yard garden beds, and the cat's coming over here with me. We put down, this is all new, so we're getting this established. We put down this black paper. It's like, it's not really paper, but it's like a landscaping, but it's breathable and water can go through it, but it's really thick. So we're hoping the weeds can stay out. And I have 2 hydrangeas here, and then I planted my asparagus in this bed, and we need to get down some barrier around here. And then I have 5 more beds up here that we are filling with dirt and compost from the chicken coop, and these little blocks, I have strawberries in them, and this is where I'm going to put my my tomatoes and my peppers. I already have planted some sugar snap peas up here in these 2 beds up here, and my husband and I are going to work this weekend we also need to pressure wash the house. We had a kid, looks like, threw mud pies on the side of the house. But I planted sugar snap peas back there in that bed and back there in that bed, and we're going to build some things. I'm hoping this weekend, some type of trellis for all of the things that I need to trellis, which is I need to figure out something for my tomatoes, my sugar snap peas, my cucumber melons, my cucumbers. So I believe each of these beds will have the new trellis system on one side, probably the back side of each of these beds. And I will show you those either the building process or when we get them done. My husband also brought home some stakes so that we can stake in to cover beds. I bought some cover for the beds in the back, some netting to cover all of my brassicas and things from the moths, so the moths don't come and eat up all of my cabbages and things like that. And so I've got that coming, and we're gonna try to figure out some hoops systems to put over all of that. So now I have to grow new, but that's okay. So other than getting a lot of this mess cleaned up back here in our backyard, we've got a lot to do, but we've gotten a lot done. I've gotten all my new gardens in, and then up here in the very front, in front of the chicken coop, like I said, it is a mess over here. We have a lot of stuff to clean up over here, but this little area is going to, around my walkway where my chickens are, is going to turn into like my herb garden and things. So we're going to put some mulch down in here. I've already planted some of my lavender that I already had, and I have some thyme right here, and have the rest of this bed and the rest of this bed to plant some more other herbs that I want. And I have some in the house. I have some, you know, the catnip and the spearmint and things like that will go in here. And I'm pretty sure spearmint can be invasive. So I do want to put the spearmint inside of a garden bed so that it doesn't spread out and take over. So that is an update of my plant starts and my garden for now. It's not perfect. I had something come and eat, you know, some of my plants. I mean, I had put out a good 20 of the brassica plants, and just like that, they're all gone. But it's okay. I'm going to replant them. All is not lost. These things happen. If you give up every time a plant dies, you know, you can't do that. So if this was my first year, I would probably be way more defeated than I am, but I just went in the house. I was grumbling under my breath a little bit, but I went in the house and got my seeds out and just replanted everything, and hopefully they'll grow and in there, and I can get them back out here again. And with my you know, at least it wasn't a mature plant that got eaten, like my tomatoes that got eaten, you know, right before I was able to harvest them and eat them. So, you know, lessons learned. That's what gardening's about. So I'm gonna go in and drink some more coffee and then do my workout. And thank you guys for being here today, and I'll talk to y'all later.